from the other side. I can hear you for shit. Why is it put voice speakers? Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I've been able to hear you this entire time.
Oh, okay. So you heard my lovely singing voice.
Yes, we did,
That's
and I'm
okay.
going to make sure I keep that in.
Oh.
Dorks Down Under.
Because yeah, I don't know why. For some reason, every time I turn on Discord, it just goes, "All right, love, I'm going to change you." I was like, "What for?" Blimey.
Oh man, rather be drafting. Oh, look at it! Look at it! It's your first podcast T-shirt.
No, have a look though, man. It's like I wore the shit out of it. Like if you have a look, it's all like that's not an effect.
That's not an effect.
That's worn.
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
It's Stream. I think it was Streamlabs. We got it through. Numbers got it through. So I
Yeah.
designed them all, and then he
Yeah.
got them through for us.
Yeah, that's where I got my Orc Said Magic ones from, and they're all right. It's not too bad.
Kombucha, baby.
Kombucha. Oh, look at you being all fancy pants.
Oh no, I
with
was
your
always
fermented vegetables and everything.
No, it's fermented tea. It's black tea. No, because who was it? Somebody went, "Did you want some kombucha?" I'm like, "What is it?" And they told me. I'm like, "Fuck no." And then I got it one. Then I think Cherish wanted to try it one day. She's like, "Oh," because she doesn't drink much caffeine. And then I tried it. I'm like, "Damn it! I like this little hipster drink."
Oh, it's really good. I know the kombucha is really good for your digestive system and everything else because it's all full of natural good
Shit.
I have tried I've tried so many different little samples of kombucha. They taste god awful. I don't.
Oh, really?
But I'm not a tea drinker or a coffee drinker, so I think that puts me in an immediate disadvantage because I just don't.
Okay.
I don't like that. I mean, my go-to caffeinated drink is sugar-free Monster or sugar-free V. That's the way that I get my caffeine injection if I need one.
I have coffee.
Yes.
Oh, that's weird. Sorry. I've noticed if I actually minimize Discord, your head just freezes. Mine doesn't because I'm using my my Logic cam straight into here. So that's why my face is always clearer on mine and doesn't distort.
Because ours is mine's set up the same way. Apart from mine recording, obviously my camera is recording me, and likewise. Yeah. So hang on, I want to try an experiment now. Oh, it does.
No, I'm just holding really still.
No, it's actually.
Oh, it does.
It does. Oh, there we go. And you're back. Right, we now
going giggity.
Hey, well, at least we now know why it does it. That's a good idea. There we go. We're discovering this thing.
Because I started doing my Logic cam straight in here so that if the internet did kind of go haywire, it wouldn't affect me and you'd still be able to see my pretty face moving in real time.
Yeah, which is what we've had with mine before. Yeah.
Anyway, the graceful movements of.
Anyway, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Dorks Down Under, Season 2, Episode 7.
Yeah, we're still going to release 6.
Yes. We can explain this, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dez's fault. Yes. It's entirely Dez's fault. It was Dez's turn editing this week. He kind of got a bit swamped under and decided to not tell me until released it.
Well, the problem is because I edited it. So I edited it. We record this on a Sunday, and I edited it Sunday, had it uploaded by Sunday. Thought, cool, all I got to do is do the writing, the thumbnail, and it should be all good. And then I got absolutely hammered at work, like to the point where I think I got home at 8 o'clock most days, and I started at 8, and I was just exhausted from back-to-back meetings and different things. And I won't lie, I came home, I ate, I watched some kind of idiot box, fell asleep on the recliner, and then Jerish just kicked me and goes, "Go to bed." So that was pretty much my week.
And again, that's completely fine, Des. All you've got to do is say, Jay, listen, brother, I've done my bit, but I haven't got this bit done. Can you do the writing bit, and I'll throw the thumbnail together? And I'd be like, yes, sure thing, brother, not a problem.
I didn't even have time to do the thumbnail. That's how tired I was. Like I kind of half-assed threw it
Yes.
together. Like I took one of your pictures and then I kind of took one of my pre-existing photos that I had on my camera.
Oh, can I just say, Ellie was livid taking that photo because
Why?
she's like, oh, the stupid reflection, it keeps getting me, and Des is not going to be happy. I'm like, Des doesn't care. Just take a photo.
It's also going to be this big on thing.
I know, and I was trying to explain this to the.
It's not even going to be this big. The problem is the thumbnail is going to be this big on YouTube, and then you're going to be probably that big on YouTube because we had Ant-Man holding it.
But this is the thing: is that obviously because men and women have different this might trigger some people, but men and women have different logic path centers, and I was trying to explain things logically to my wife of why it didn't matter that there was a slight reflection from me standing with my face pressed up against the glass.
It was funny as fuck.
And it's fine. She was very unhappy, very emotional about it, and saying how she's letting you down, she's letting me. I'm like, it's a photo for a thumbnail.
And to be fair though, the good thing about it too though is the glare actually helps because it looks like it's.
It does. That's what I thought as well. I thought it was all right, but yeah, she was livid, absolutely livid about it. She's like, oh, Des is not gonna like this. He's like, I don't know why she worries about more your opinion than mine. Is there something that happened in Tasmania that I don't know about, Des?
I don't know. I was drunk a couple of nights. I don't remember. Actually, no, I wasn't actually drunk in Tasmania ever. But yeah, no.
You were one night after the wedding because I ploughed you with alcohol to get it to.
Even then, I think I was just more pissed off than livid. That was the problem.
But yeah,
but no.
By God, so let's discuss your wonderful week. Obviously, it's your first week in your new role, I assume.
Yeah, so it was amazing. I won't lie, it has been absolutely brilliant. So obviously the problem is we have CEO, COO, CXO. C something O, so O.
It's one of those companies.
Well, no, but the good thing is a lot of them are, like, say, for example, they're across multiple boards. And because the company I now work for does, I think they've got 34 different departments that they look after in different restaurants and cafes and catering venues and different things they look after. All of them are kind of different. So you've kind of got probably about 5 or 6 in each sector, and then obviously from there they've got people that are in charge of those kind of sectors, but they've just given them different titles, but pretty much they just manage that title. So I've had to meet with a lot of them to see what they want, then to meet with a lot of the people on the staff, had meetings with the CEO because obviously they want to talk to us as well, and then obviously also for a couple of hours here and there been left to my own devices where I can plug away in the system.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a hell of a lot of fun, but holy bejesus, come Friday night, I was like, I really just want a beer and a burger and I just want to pass out.
Yeah. Well, dude, I remember my first job here in New Zealand was being a quality, what was it? The official title was the Quality, Health and Safety and Security Officer. For site, which in all honesty, let's be honest with ourselves, that's 3 different people. Realistically, in any organization, that should be 3 separate people. I understand why it was one role, but God forbid I did not think of how much work would be involved. Yeah. But yeah, I had the same thing when I started. I mean, I started off as a temp because they just needed someone temporarily, and then they realized, Craig, he can do the job. He can be really good for us. And then they managed to woo me with a very high-paying salary. So, but then
they went, here's some money.
Here's some money, and of course, give you the money. And of course, as we all know, I'm a whore. So, I took it, I took the role, but I did not realize how much work was involved at the manager level. Because obviously all my quality roles before this were working for a manager. And there was no one under me, so it was just all the work's on me. But it's very different. It was a very different kind of manufacturing, so I didn't have to run an inspection team or anything like that. Everything was either automated or it was checked regularly by the operators. So it was just me basically making sure they're doing their job. That's it.
Yeah.
So it was fine, but God, it was.
In other words, Jordan can be replaced by a piece of paper with a tick box.
Well,
have you done this?
I tell you what, it was hilarious how I tried to... No, the problem is it was because I was working in the finance sector for manufacturing. You can't have anything automated.
Sorry, my desktop's not picking anything up.
What do you mean not picking anything up?
As in, it's not picking. My desktop audio says that it's not working at all.
Well, it's a good job mine is.
And I thank the gods. What's weird though is it doesn't seem to work at all. But nothing has changed since.
Click on the properties and make sure it's select the correct mic, because it might have switched.
No, mine works. The desktop doesn't work.
Oh, it's not picking me up.
Yeah. Okay, can you just talk for us?
Yeah, sure. Hello.
Now it works. Okay, cool. Yeah, for some reason it had changed the default to a whole heap of O's and letters and dots and stuff.
Oh, don't get me started on stream. Honest to God, every time I start Streamlabs up, I'm like, all right, what do I need to fix before I press record? What do I need to fix?
Yeah, because I thought it was picking both of us up, but it looks like what's happening is there's 2 lines in for my mic, and that's where the issue was. Oh, I hate Streamlabs.
Listen, we've got to make do with it, man. This is the best. This is the best sort of without having to pay through the nose to get crap. This is kind of the best thing we've got.
I know.
But yeah. But anyway, so where was I? Yeah. So no, it was hilarious being in the finance sector. Is of course I wanted to automate like a lot of things or upgrade them to be Excel spreadsheets rather than actual physical paper. Because this company was still using check sheets, and I'm like, you are aware we're in
oh my God.
the 2000s now. You do not.
I was only making a joke.
No. These guys were still having to. They were photocopying this one master sheet, which was hilarious because it wasn't even the correct one. But yeah, oh God, don't get me started. But I was like, oh great, and I literally thought it was a great, simple Excel solution. It all automated. It's at the computers. They can do it as they go. It looks really slick. We had the auditor for the ISO. I can't remember exactly what ISO it is, but he turned up and I was showing off all this work, and he went, we can't have this. Why? He said, because it says here it's required to have paper. And I went, you do realise we're in the 2000s now, right? He went, yes, but this is the standard. I went, hang on. So you mean to tell me that even though I can show you down to the change of who's acted each change, that's not good enough? And he went, yes. And I went, so hang on. Oh, well, let's go back to paper where it can be forged. How about that?
Yeah.
He was.
I was going to say, as somebody that's worked in like kitchens, commercial kitchens and stuff, like legitimately, like if we know that somebody's coming to check our temps, we literally print out like 30 temps, write the date across all of them, and we just randomly fill them in between 2.5 and 3.5, and every day you just randomly go through.
Yeah. No.
Like, and because it's on paper and all you do is you slot it into the back. So if we haven't done it for a month, which normally happens, you quite often just do that.
Yeah. It was the funny thing. I had this massive discussion with him. I said, look, no offense. I could have, obviously you've seen it and I'm not going to lie. And I know I'm going to get it right up and it's fine. But the fact is, logically, if I had known that, I could have just made stuff up for the last 3 months.
Or better yet, you could have
and I could have done that. And he was, no, that wasn't acceptable. But because I tried that method as well. But he was like, no. See, the issue that we have is that, this is so you can't forge. I went, yeah, but I could. If I knew you were coming, I could have spent all last night printing off and just sign and date it. How do you know I've not done it?
As somebody that has done that with 12 months worth of fridge and freezer recs, I can tell you it takes about 2.5 hours.
Yes,
but it can be done.
And I explained it to him, and he just refused to accept that a company would do it. And I'm like, do you not live in the real world? Like, come on.
I have never worked in a commercial kitchen that has actually done it daily or done it thingo. I think there was one that I worked with at the end of the week. They got told they had to do it. So what they'd do is on a Sunday, they'd just fill it out and then they'd put it there.
Yeah.
But not a single one of them, not a single one did it daily like you were meant to.
Actually, I'll tell you what, no, the only spot I know, well, I assume they still do it. The only spot I've ever worked at that does do it is Wetherspoons.
Oh, really?
UK. Yeah, the Wetherspoons, because obviously my sister's worked in them since she was at university, and she's one of the best top managers. She wins all these awards every year with them because she's like longest serving. She's turned pubs around, and she's what I refer to as the fixer for Wetherspoons. If Wetherspoons are struggling in a certain area, they will convince my sister to move to the area and then and put her in one of the pubs, and then suddenly that pub does amazing, and then she starts helping out all the other pubs, and guess what? They all start getting better. This is what happens every time with my sister.
I must say though, I know that Wetherspoons has a bad name. So for anybody that hasn't been or isn't from the UK, Wetherspoons is a group of pubs that literally are almost like the budget pubs. Like
they're
if you
called
pay three
gastropubs in the UK.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
But if you pay £3, say, for a pint, you'll pay probably about $1.20 at Wetherspoons, give or take. It's normally like a third to half the price, like or 60% off. It's ridiculous. Even the food. The food's not anything fancy, but it's just good honest pub grub.
Yeah, it's good honest pub grub. There's a lot of microwaves involved, even though they don't say that. But you know, we all know it's microwave food.
That was the one thing that I never understood when I worked in London. The microwave was probably one of the hardest working things in there. Like whether it was rice, sometimes whether it was veggies. The number of times you'd have things that you would pre-do up, and it was cooked fresh, and it was amazing. But then they just put it in the fridge and they just microwave it up. Like nobody heated in a fry pan like you would normally. So normally in a commercial kitchens, quite often, like if you go to say a pasta bar, you'll have a big pot of boiling water. You'll have a bain marie that has a little bit of heat in it with the different sauces, and they'll normally use a spoonful of cream, add some mushrooms, add fresh stuff. But you're normally warming up in the pan. In the UK, I only ever worked at places that I don't think I worked at a place that had more than a four burner cooktop, and for whatever reason, microwave. They have 3 microwaves in there.
Yeah.
And that was even in supposedly nice restaurants. They still had microwaves for a lot of things.
Oh yeah. Oh no, it's microwave. I would say in the UK especially is probably the hardest cooking utensil, the most used cooking utensil in UK kitchens.
It blew my mind.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I only use our microwave. Like even here, I only use my microwave to reheat leftovers and cook beans. You know, beans or spaghetti or soup, sort of thing.
Yeah, I just cook them in a So we actually don't own a microwave. So I don't own a microwave where I'm living now. I think we do have a kettle, but normally we don't have much coffee, so it's literally sitting in a drawer somewhere. So that if we ever need it, we can pull it out.
It's good. At least I know what to buy you for your housewarming present when you go to your house.
Well, yeah, I know, but yeah, no, like I don't use it for anything. Like I don't use the microwave for everything. I cook it all on the stove. Like even beans on toast, I'll literally just cook it in a pan.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I only ever use the microwave because it's time convenient. You know, because the problem is, especially right now in our current kitchen, we have such a tiny kitchen, and it's just like, you know, and especially if I've got like, even if you've got more than 2 pans on the 4-top burner, there's not enough room.
Yeah,
it's like
that's the one thing I will say. Like you've got big fat fob, 2 medium-sized fobs, and a little fob. Normally where I've lived always, but you put a big pot onto the big cob, and then these 2 other hobs have to kind of go half off, or this has to move kind of half off. But there's not enough room to move it a little bit back because that's where the splashback is. So you end up going, I'm going to cook on the 2 medium, and then the biggest one and the littlest one don't seem to get any use unless you need it for something like particular, like if you're only using 1 pot.
Now,
it kills me.
I did hear something really funny a while ago, is that everybody has a favourite burner on the cooktop.
Maybe.
Now, think back probably to the last however many meals. Which is your go-to burner? So you're going to put a pot on. Just one pot. Which one do you use?
Depends on the size of the pot.
All right, say it's a medium pot.
Medium pot, I'd use the medium burner at the back.
Back left or back right?
Because the big hob is on the right.
Yeah.
And the medium hob is on the left, and then there's one at the front. The reason I don't use the one at the front is because then it will splash onto the floor. If it splashes onto the splashback, it's easy to wipe down. So if I use a medium hob.
So you use back left?
Yes.
Back left.
If it's a medium pot. If it's a large pot, I use the one on the
big
right.
burner. Yeah, that's obvious. But it's really funny because somebody mentioned it on TikTok saying, "Oh, what's your favorite gas burner?" And pretty much 95% of people say back left without a second's hesitation. And to be fair, I was like, damn it, I'm a back left. Because I swear to God, even because my one is like this kitchen is big wok big burner with the walk thing, little one in the front, and then you have 2 mediums at the back, which is again fine. But it's like if I ever put a pot on, I always use the back left one because I swear the back left one will heat up water quicker than the back right one, even though they're the same size burner. And
so you've actually got 2 medium at the back.
2 medium at the back, yeah, which is weird. I find that odd personally, but yeah.
Yes, I just got a new Pokemon and it's a shiny. That's the last one to finish that thing out, and it just happens to be shiny.
Oh, look at you!
Sorry, guys. I've been waiting.
I'm going to be discussing Pokemon in later on, but yeah, oh my god! I mean, I have hammered Pokemon Go. I would say the last 72 hours.
I keep getting this guy Young764 who keeps inviting me to these things, but the problem is I click on it and I'm like, I want to join. But my problem is it doesn't tell me how many people are in the battle.
Yeah, no, what you can do, so what you do is you click to join, and then you see how many people are there, and if there's not enough, you come back out and it doesn't burn your...
But it says battle using a raid pass.
Yeah. So you click on it, and you'll go in, you can then see how many people are there, and if there's not enough, just come back out.
It doesn't say it.
It should... Yeah, no. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so click to use that. Yeah, so you got to use that one.
Yeah, but then I won't lose it?
No. It doesn't use it. It only uses it when the raid starts. The raid timer starts. You know?
This lobby has reached its maximum number of remote players.
Okay, so you can't join that one. So, yeah. There's too many.
Oh, okay, so I won't lose it. Oh,
so,
that's
yeah,
okay.
So basically what you do is that you use the pass to go, oh, hello, I'm just, you've basically used your hotel room. You've checked it. You've opened the door to see how many people are in. And then you go, oh, there's plenty of people here. Great, I'll hang out. Or you open the thing, there's only 5 of them. It's like, especially for these primal raids, it's like, no, bye bye. And then you come back out and it doesn't burn your card.
Oh, man, because this dude's been doing it like all week, but because every time I go in there, I can't see the number. I'm like, I don't want to join and have just me and him.
Just go in, see how many people, and then come back out if there's not enough. So let's. I'll tell you what. Let's discuss Pokemon Go while we're on the topic. So,
seeing as that I hijacked it and I changed it.
You've hijacked it.
No, because that little spidery thingy that I got was the last one I needed for
the collection quest. Yep.
Yeah. So I was all excited, but then it just happened to be shiny, and I was like, I hardly ever get shiny.
Oh well, it's like 1% catch rate for shiny. 1%, no, 3% for shiny. Whatever it is.
Oh wait,
I can't remember.
Can I talk about Pokemon too? Because
go on.
I had a really random thing. So I called Jordan I messaged Jordan on, what was it, Wednesday, I think? Because no matter how many times I tried to get... I said, are you free for a call? Because I need to have a rant.
That was it, yeah.
Because, so what happened was I tried to get onto Pokemon Go, and it kept booting me. And then even if it didn't boot me, anytime I tried to swipe something or I tried to catch something, it wouldn't do anything. And I'm like... So I put in a thing saying, listen, there's been an issue, this, that, and the other. I can't seem to log on to my account. They came back to us and said, no, you're currently playing your account. We can see you. You're obviously based in America. And I'm like, no, I'm Australian. And they came back and they said, so how are you in America? I'm like, I'm not. Every time I get on the app, I try to swipe something and it won't let me, or it won't let me do anything. So like I try to catch and I throw a single ball and then it runs away. And I'm like, I've just hit this thing that's at like CP10 with a black ball, and somehow it still ran away. And they're like, oh yeah, because we've got you being online currently in America. And I'm like, well, that's not me. I'm in Australia. Mm. So they've tracked it down and they've had a look. And it looks like what has happened, for whatever reason, is somebody was forced to change their name, obviously for using a rude word or something, which is kind of funny because the number of time I've seen like taint blower and different things like that on here.
Oh yeah. Now I think the best one I've seen was, and Editor Jordan's going to have to be on this. So Editor Jordan, fuck you, Niantic. And I believe that person may have been banned before and decided to create an account name with that.
Wow.
Which was good. I saw it and started laughing. I was like, ooh, someone's salty about being banned.
Mate. Yeah, but so the weirdest thing too, though, is when I would go in and actually check my Google, because obviously it's linked to my Google.
Yeah.
Went in there and it still only said my login.
Yep.
And I sent them a picture of this, so nobody in New York had done it. I showed them, I screenshot my thingo to show them that I didn't have any apps, and they went, "Oh, okay." So then what they did is they locked the account for 4 days. Well, they told me they were locking the account for 4 days and see what's happened. They've come back to me and they've said what looks like happened is somebody was forced to change their name. They've typed in their new name, press OK, and then either closed or their things crashed, so their name has been saved even though there's somebody else. And I was like, okay, cool. So can I have my one back? And they said, yep, we'll send through another one forcing them to change their name. If you get it, just ignore it. We'll make them do it. I was like, okay, cool. So fast forward, and I was like, yeah, I got my account back, and I was at High Point, but obviously, so they sent me an email saying they got my account back. I was all excited. I was at High Point at the time with a friend that has like heaps of like Pokemon and heaps of stops, and I was like, yes. And then I opened it and I had like 100 like red balls and about 3 or 4 of all the other ones. I'm like, what the hell? So I'm like, that's all right. I'm at High Point. There's like 35 Pokestops. I'll just walk around for 10 minutes, spin them all, do it again, and I'll fill up my bag because that's what I do when I go there. And I'm like, fantastic. Every time I spun something, nothing would work. Every time and I've messaged them again. I've replied. I'm like, I've got my account back, but it won't let me do anything. They're like, oh, because by default, if you've technically flown from America or that, or if all of a sudden you log on in another country and not enough time has passed, it thinks that you're using an app. So we stop you from doing that. So I'm like, oh. So this morning I was like, I have no balls. I've got to walk around and try to find Pokestops in my area where there's not that many to try to do this stupid thing. And I'm like, oh my God. That being said, right, I am currently level 40. So the dude got me about 4.5 million thingos.
Swear to God, you are the luckiest son of a gun. It's ridiculous. Right,
you have no...
The worst bit is that he took a photo, and for those of you who aren't aware, there's this current stupid Jirachi Shiny quest on, and the first page of it is you got to catch 385 Pokemon from the regions of Johto, and Hoenn. Now, I've been playing, because obviously, I play very fairly. I have been busting my butt the last 6 days. No, the last 4 days, whatever it is. And I've only just maxed out the Hoenn one yesterday. And I'm not even halfway on Kanto. And I'm only about a quarter of the way in on Johto.
Oh.
This sorry son of a gun. Hang on, wrong one. This sorry son of a gun who's sat next to me is currently... He showed me and said, oh, look at this. They caught most of this for me. And I'm like, I hate you.
Yeah, so right now, so I think when I logged back on, I had 284 Johto or whatever it is, and I'm now at 304. But the other ones were completely got. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I also now have, I did have 900,000 Stardust.
Yeah.
I've spent about 200 on upping a few things.
Wait a minute, you got
900,000 Stardust.
You jammy son of a...
So I've currently got 704 because I had to. One of the quests said that I had to. I think one of this level 40, level 41 was get legendary Pokemon and level them up 15 times. So I used a fair bit on that.
Yeah. Because
they're all high levels. But yeah, pretty much. My phone got back to me with no balls, which just sounds funny in itself.
But can you stop saying that? Every time you say that,
I know. So every time I get Pokemon Go ballless.
Yeah.
Shall we say?
Yep.
And then it comes back ballless. And but yeah, for some reason they've got me. I can't remember. What am I on? Yeah, 724,000 Stardust, which I was at 900, but I used some of it for that, and then I also upped one of my other Pokemon that I just had heaps of things. But like all my Pokemon, I've managed to. I think last night I evolved like 30 Pokemon because for some reason, whatever this guy did or girl did, and whoever you are, I love you. There's all of my Pokemon had like 200 or 300 candies. So I don't know if this dude just walked around Central Park and just like caught everything that moved and then was nice enough to actually delete stuff that wasn't 2 and 3 stars. Because when I go back into recent, I even got you know that cool dragon snake Pokemon thing that I said I wanted of yours. He got me one. I think he got me 1 or 2 of those.
Of the Rayquaza.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, so
he got me 2 of those. I think I got 4 or 5.
Let me guess. He got you a shiny black one as well.
No, he didn't get me a shiny black.
Oh God! Oh, he's a failure. Failure as a random.
What is it? Duskull. He got me a shiny. Spearow. He gave me a shiny. Jinx. He gave me a shiny. What is this? Unpheasant. I'm gonna say he got me a shiny. That dinosaur that looks like he's an emo. He got me that. Trico. He got me a shiny, and my little bulldog. He got me a shiny.
Oh God! Yeah.
And then he got me, two Ray Queens, as I call them. Yes, Queen. But yeah, so whoever you are, thank you. Because God. though I obviously need my buddies to pull their finger out a little bit and try to get them to level up a bit.
Yep. No, well, yeah.
Which is going to...
That's honestly, that's the mission I've been on. That's the reason why I've been so proactive on Pokemon for the last 4 days.
How do you get them to get super excited where you get double thingos? Because I've tried that thing like 5 times and it hasn't worked.
I think I've worked it out. Okay. So, right. So basically, for those of you, right. So obviously, the one thing we discovered, obviously, apart from having to collect over 1,000 Pokemon for the first page of the quest, is
you know what kills you though? You do that, and for everybody watching, so when you actually catch 385 Pokemon from that region, you finish that quest. The only thing you get is 385 XP.
That's it.
Which I can get from catching 3 Pokemon.
Yeah, which is believe you me, I want to have words with Niantic about that. I mean, it is ridiculous. But where was I? Yeah. So the next page is already because obviously some people have already finished this in advance, and we've discovered what the next page is, which basically the main requirement is you've got to have 10 best buddies. Which is quite frankly the biggest pain in the ass known to man. Because getting your buddy to level up quickly is hard. But I found, and I shared it with Dez, there's apparently a method. And
I've tried it every day and it hasn't worked.
Now, the easy method is that you use Poffins, which is this special bread in the game, which basically makes your guys super excited and they can earn more hearts. Fabulous. However, Poffins cost money. We can't be bothered unless you earn them and blah blah blah. But
I've got 11.
Yeah, well, you can use them. They get, it will help. But there is a method which I never realised, and I wish I'd known about this. I've been playing Pokemon now solidly for the last 8 months. I've been playing this, and I wasn't aware of this. So obviously, no one else is aware of this. But basically, you can make your buddy excited, as they call it, which allows you to get double the hearts without using a Poffin. But it requires a bit of time. Which basically, so what you've got to do is you obviously select your buddy, whoever it's going to be. Basically, you've got to feed them 3 berries, get them to follow you immediately. You then got to obviously play with them and take a snapshot of them immediately. So that's the first thing you do. Then you go and battle with them, either in a gym or in the Battle League thing, whatever it is, whatever you want to do. It's hilarious when I've been joining the Master League, which currently allows Mega Evolutions in, and I'm battling with a level 86 Scatterbug. Nice. I'm pretty sure people go, has this guy lost the plot? I think I'm sure people are going, I think this guy is not very well. He's got to be.
Is this guy a beginner?
Yes,
he's not very...
but yeah. So it's hilarious doing that. So then you do that, and then you've got to wait either 30 minutes, so where you're just sat at home chilling out, relaxing, or longer, which I have discovered for the higher evolution Pokemon. My Salamence requires an hour, which allows it to drop down enough so you can feed it another berry. And then it pings back up. And then, again, you play with it, you take a photo, and you do one battle with it. And you do this 3 times. But by the time, basically, the entire front page has to max out apart from the visit somewhere new. So realistically, you do have to walk to make sure that the Pokemon is walking with you, so it earns the 3 hearts for walking with you for 2Ks, which is quite easy because literally if you get in a car and drive 10 minutes, it actually counts it. It says, oh, it's travelled with you. It's like, oh, fab, great. So you can get around it. But once you've done that 4 times, it becomes excited. And then
I've tried it. It just doesn't seem to work.
Yeah, I know. I on the 4th time, it's never. Sometimes on the 4th time, it doesn't work. But then on the 5th time, it immediately triggers. Sort of thing.
Man.
So you've got to just keep at it. But I wish I'd known about this because I've always assumed that you can't earn more than 9 hearts without spending a poffin. Whereas if I'd known about this, I could have probably had 10 best buddies by now because it's ridiculous.
I know. Well, my biggest problem though was a lot of my best buddies I would walk with. Literally use them not for the hearts, but just to walk with them
and get candies. Yeah, so you can evolve them and blah blah blah.
I can max them out, and that was all it was.
Yes, because that's what I was doing with the scatterbugs. Because obviously we've had the big Pavilion event where you can get Pavilions from all around the world. Blah 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 blah. I was using Scatterbug to farm candies so I can evolve my scatterbugs into the
which is all I was doing too.
Which is all I was doing with it, But if I'd known that I could go beyond bloody 9 hearts and get to best buddy quicker, which means that he earns the candies quicker too.
Yeah,
infuriating. But so anyway, so I'm working on that currently and getting that out of the way. But not only that, I have obviously been raiding. This weekend has been Primal. Or was it the Pokemon Go Tour Hoenn or Primal Weekend? People are calling it very different things. And basically, you're able to get primal Groudons and primal Kyogres, sort of thing, and blah blah blah, X, Y, and Z, and it's all good fun, and it's been amazing, and we've been having a great laugh with it. In fact, what wasn't funny is that you can't. Obviously, me and Dez introduced me to what was called Pokegenie, which allows me to basically walk around. I can, if I need to raid here's a legendary, I need to get it. Oh, but I don't have 5 other people to help battle and therefore win. But Des introduced me to Pokegenie. It's an amazing app. That was the
smartest thing I ever did, and I don't even know where I got it or why I found it.
I think someone told you, and then you told me, and I was like, oh, it can't be that good. But then I realised, hang on, I can walk and farm legendaries every day. Yes, please. So I was immediately sold by it, and it is that good. But,
and for example, if you can't get anything in your region, you can remote into it if you have the passes to actually be able to do it.
Yeah, so obviously, like, for example, there was the big Ultra Beasts. There was an Ultra Beast one a while ago near Halloween, and they were some of them were region locked, which obviously being all the way in the Southern Hemisphere basically meant that 2 of them were out of thing, but I was able to go through Pokegenie, join a raid in, I think one of them was in North America, and therefore I was able to get this one, and I was like, sweet, done, just the one. I'm not greedy. I just want one, just complete the Pokedex.
That's what I want. I like my housemate's because Jordan messaged me before saying there was a raid going. I was like, sweet. And she's like, why is this such a big deal? I'm like, I just want one, just to feel the Pokedex, like for no other reason. I don't care about whether it's a 5-star, a 1-star, a bazillion star. I just want to feel the Pokedex.
Yep, pretty much. I mean, it is right now. It is a Pokedex crack. It's got to feel it. Got to catch them all.
Yeah.
But so Pokegenie is amazing. But I've now discovered a flaw with it, which is I think what Niantic has deliberately done. Now, a while ago there was this special elite raid, which basically meant that you can't remote raid in, which obviously annoyed some people, which is fine. But what happened is that, of course, so you had to meet up in person, and I think Niantic used this data to go, oh, can we do Pokemon Go Tour Hoenn the way we want to, i.e. because all the raids in this Pokemon Go Hoenn for Primal and for the Mega Latios and Mega Latios require more than 6 people. Yeah, they require more than 6 people, which is normally how you can remote raid. And it's a bugger. Because, of course, I treated the Primal series just like I would a normal raid. And, of course, I tried to do the first couple with just 6 of us. And nobody can do it at 6. You have to have at least 8 people. is what I've worked out. The golden ratio is 8, and I'm talking you are timing it down to the line at 8.
But so how were you able to get them then if you did that?
I luckily am part of a couple of different Pokemon group things for my local area. There's one in Pakuranga where I'm living. I also live near Howick as well, so I'm part of that one. And luckily, I met this lovely grandmother called Kim, who's been wanting to raid, and I said, well, and she was free yesterday, and I said, well, I'm at Lloyd Elsmore. I'm happy to come along to Howick. And she said, yeah, I'm going to be raiding in 20 minutes. I'm like, great, I'll see you there.
Well, that's awesome.
And so I met her, this lovely grandmother, absolutely stunning. And I'll tell you what, you wouldn't think she's a grandmother. She looks so young. But we had a good chat.
Jordan's off meeting women on Pokemon Go.
Off meeting women in Pokemon Go, I'll say. My wife is loving me.
So you don't swipe right, you just do little circles. And then you throw, so you get like a little curveball. So if you like them, you curveball into them.
Curveball into them. That sounds like a plan. But of course, she's never heard of Pokémon, so I explained it to her, and I said, "Look, I can guarantee there's 5 people now." And she's like, "Wow, that's good." And then of course, she was utilizing all the people she knows in the chat, and she was inviting. So we were raiding with 10, and we were smashing them, which was
that's awesome,
fantastic. So we managed to smash out a couple. Now, of course, I was doing all the quests as well, and I'll tell you now, the first bit of the quest was fine. Second bit, catch a Groundon, not a problem. That was quite easy. Catching a bloody Kyogre in this.
What's the Kyogre one?
So the blue massive whale, the big blue whale one.
Man, I must not be that far along then because I haven't caught him.
No,
do I need to click on that thingo?
You should have the quest there. It should be in the special quest tab.
Oh.
Yes. You're on catching legends, or what is it? Messaging legends, catching legends.
Oh, chasing legends.
Chasing legends. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
But I've only got up to number 2, and I'm still trying to catch one more of those stupid.
All right. So the next page, it'll say, right, do this and catch a Groundon. Fine, that was quite simple. The next page is, here's something similar apart from catch a Kyogre. All right, you figured it'd just be as easy. Look, no. I literally did 4 raids before being able to catch one of these buggers. Whereas the bloody the Groundon, it was first ball. Ball. I was like, this is going to be a piss easy. This is no problem at all. But God, it was ridiculous doing this bloody weekend. I've got
a very strong feeling that I'm not going to get any of this done.
That's fine, because I now have spares, so I will happily be trading with it. Honest to God, this spare list is getting bigger and bigger with you.
I was going to say, if it makes you feel better, I've got like 700,000 Stardust, so even if they charge us a fair bit for it, I've got heaps going around. Well,
one thing as well that I love about Kim, and God bless her, is that of course we were talking, we did all our raids, and we're about to separate. And she said, actually, do you have... Because she was talking about Latias, and I said, yeah, I'm needing a Latias. And she's like, well, I've got a spare one. I was like, great, what do you want? And
is that stupid one that I want a photo of?
Yes. No, I think it's either the blue or the red one you've got. Everyone's got different. So she had to find the red one, and I had to find the blue one. I had loads of blue ones, and it's great. But
I don't even think I've got that. That's how bad I am.
I think we ended up trading something. I traded a Latias, and she wanted something random. It was even like a legendary. It only cost me 80,000 dust to get the Latias, and I was like, you know what? That's a bargain. I'll take it. 80,000 dust.
Well, I don't even know if I've got any of this shit, man. I swear to God, this is the one thing I hate about Pokemon Go. I just don't get it.
But then we ended up. So I ended up today. Obviously, Eddie's been at work, and me and Eddie been out and about doing jobs, and we've done some raids this afternoon. And again, mainly because I was on the chats and I wasn't going to raid. But then the chats kept rolling in of, God, we need more people and all this. And I thought, well, Eddie's switch time's about to finish. It was like, Eddie's switch time's about to finish, so, we can go out and he needs some fresh air. So I took him out. We met up with Kim again. And so we did some raids and all that jazz. And sadly, I did try to invite Dez.
I know.
Chose to ignore me, which is completely fine.
I was driving, so I didn't even hear it. That's a problem. Because, I was in my pocket and I was just driving.
It's all right. These things happen. But we ended up doing some raids, and again we've just done a trade because I needed for Hoenn I needed to complete the Pokédex. I need 2, but they're both region ones, so it's like a pain in the ass to get, of course. So I was like, oh yeah, I just need 2 for the Hoenn raid. She went, which ones? Went, I need a Heracross and a Corsola. She went, oh, I haven't got a Corsola, but I got loads of Heracrosses. So I went, I love you, Kim. I said, I love you, Kim. What do you want? She went, I need a Goodra. And I said, I've got 1. You can have it. So, she's like, really? I said, yes, take it. Enjoy. I don't care. I said, oh, don't you need the cat? Don't you need it for other candies? Said, honestly, I've been opening so many Goomies. I am fine for candies. Don't worry. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. So she's like, oh, okay. So I sent.
Pokemon Go remote and friends. Man, there's nothing in my area.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I reckon I'll find it. I reckon I'll be able to find you. What's your area called exactly?
Pasco Vale.
Yeah, type in Pokemon Go Pasco Vale and see.
I just did.
All right, okay.
I got southeastern suburbs, which is nowhere near me.
Mm.
I've got a Pokemon Go Melbourne.
Well, do Melt, yeah. You could do Melt. Well, join that one, and that'll help you. But yeah, but that's all I've been doing. So I've literally spent the last 72 hours smashing Pokemon Go and doing as much as I can, which is a lot. But yeah, it's been great. It's been great fun. But I think Niantic have the reason why they suddenly set these mega raids up and the primal raids up at such a high level was to encourage players to actually meet, which is fine when you're going to the Vegas Big Spectacular last weekend. You know, because of course, you want to do a primal raid? Great, there's 100 people here for that. Fabulous. However, when we're talking about the worldwide tour, and it's like, no, there's not that. You know, the chances of getting 10 people together is harder than anything. Sort of.
Well, that's the weirdest thing that I've found. Like, even when I was at High Point, even before I realised that my phone wasn't going to do anything, they had the raids going there, and even when I clicked onto them, there wouldn't be more than a person on at most.
Yeah.
And that's my biggest problem is I've gone to, so I went for a walk last night as well after church, went to bed about 8 o'clock, and I actually went to, there's like a community centre. They've got a big park in front of it. On that, they've got 4 different thingos.
Yeah.
And even when I've gone there, there's not a single person connected. Like, and I'm just like, bloody hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't been able to find anything with more than 1 person.
Yeah. So no, I think Niantic did it deliberately to make it a bit more of a, let's all get together and have some fun. It's like, yes, that doesn't work because we're all nerds. We don't want to socialize. You know, that's the reason why
socializing. Like I said that.
I've got no problem socializing. I'm one of these outgoing nerds. You know, I'm one of these rare breeds who's happy to leave the confines of my man cave and do stuff. But it is so funny how like because obviously like yesterday when I was doing the Kyogre raids. And I was out and about raiding because I took the car and then he's like, "Yep, I'm going for a lie down. And he's going to go play on the Switch. You go enjoy yourself." Ding! I was gone for like 2 hours solidly, like running around doing stuff. But like, luckily I was doing all these raids. But it's like so many people are like, "Oh, what you gonna need to meet in person?" I'm like, yes, I said we need at least 8 people. I said I can get 5 through Pokegenie. There's me. I need at least 2 people here or a person who can remote in another couple of people, but and the people just like, oh no, I don't want to do that. It's like, I know you don't want to, but if you want to complete these quests this weekend,
yeah, I know.
One of them in the chat was like, oh, great, it's going to be great to be able to complete these quests over the next coming couple of months, and I went, you do realize this one ends as of tomorrow, right? And they went,
no.
What do you mean it ends tomorrow? I said, yeah, and one of the pages, by the way, you got to collect 400 energy to be able to win it, and they're like, oh, well, I'm bollocks then. I was like, yeah, I know. You know,
that's a problem, and that's the thing that kills me. Is I'm like, I just want to do it for no apparent reason. I just want to be able to go and have some fun and do some raids, but it's just like it's annoying. I think more than anything.
Oh yeah, well, no, like when me and you met up in Tassie, that was fun. That was fun.
Yeah, and the thing is,
Ellie wanted to go shopping, and she took, Ellie went off shopping, took the boy. Me and you stood outside going, "Yeah, let's raid here. Ooh, let's raid there."
Well, I mentioned there were a couple of times where we were like, "Yeah, we'll go to the shops," and they're like, "Really? Why do you want to come?" I'm like, "Because that's the city centre. The city centre. There's going to be a hell of a lot of Pokemon." And she's just like, "You people are child." I'm like, "Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Yes."
So the good thing about that though is, we can raid together. We can do that, so it makes it amazing. But it's just, it's so annoying because it's just. And this is the thing that killed me about all these, this is Pokemon, how Pokemon Go works and stuff, is I'm just like, like I can't seem to find anyone. Even friends of mine, like Zoe and a few other friends who used to play it, they hardly play it anymore, or they're not free, or they're like, oh, yeah, no, we're not that into it. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, I just want to play with my friends.
Yeah.
And then make a whole heap of new friends.
To be fair, though, I mean, talking to Kim yesterday, she was telling me about how, like, her and her group, like, there used to be a core set of 5 of them. And they used to literally, so whenever there was X's on this weekend, great, they'd all meet up at the pub on the Saturday morning.
So that's cute.
And then they'd be going, you know, they'd go on, you know, they'd do this little walk around a certain area, and of course, they'd end up catching 5 or 6 or whatever they wanted, and then they would trade between them, and then they become lucky and all that, you know, so they were doing all that. And I thought to myself, that's how I want to be when I get to that age. Cause,
yeah,
like,
100%.
I mean, to be fair, funnily enough, because of course I've been commuting to TK with Edward. Obviously, TK High Street has 5 gyms on it. And of course, it is competitive in TK. I can't wait to meet this local group. I guarantee I'm going to turn up and people are going to be like, oh, so it's you?
You're the motherfucker that's been killing my shit.
Yeah, because honestly, it keeps going between all 3 colours as well. It's not like, oh, it's dominated by yellow and I'm coming along and messing it all up. No. There's red. It's literally, I go down every time and it's either blue, yellow, or red at different gyms, and it's like everyone just goes mental. And literally, my stuff's only ever in there for about half a day. And it's like, ooh, it's a good active community, and I can't wait to get down there in person.
Well, that's the weirdest thing. As I said, I went for a walk last night, right? So I went about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I went for a walk, and I had to battle with my little pet here. And then I was just like, cool, I want to do that so then I can get those 3 stars because they're easy, because literally all I do is there's 5 people in them. I'll literally just put my pet at the last one, and I'll just fight the 3 people, and then I'll get it. Easy, done, simple. And then one of the ones I actually knocked out because he only had 3 in there. So I was like, whatever, that's fine. Because I've noticed I can do that, where if I can go in there and I can beat up on 3 of them and there's 6 of them in the gym, I can then hit 3 of them, jump out, put another buddy on, photo, fucking take some, give him some berries, and then fight the next 3 and instantly get like 5 stars every time. Get 5 or 6 stars for that every time. So I'm like, that's awesome. So I've been doing that with a few times. But the problem was I put one Pokemon in there and he's still in there. Nobody's knocked him out. And when I've gone to have a look where it says he needs a berry, I've touched it and I've gone in there. There's not a single Pokemon in there other than that, but there's 4 gyms all in a row. And I'm like, how is there 4 gyms yet nobody seems to play? Like, I feel like, or they only play during the week or something. And I'm like, God damn it.
No, honestly, it was when me and Ellie were in Tassie with you. I think it was on our second to last day when we went to the animal.
I just got invited in one.
Oh, there you go. When we went to the animal sanctuary.
No group found. What?
It means that the guy's not there anymore. So yeah, so it means that he might have done that thing where his GPS has jumped him away from it. But yeah, there was the sanctuary park in Tassie. There was a gym there, and I was like, great, fine, you know. And of course, it looked quite active. Then they saw, you know, smashed through it. I added a thing, and then I checked back later, and a couple of people more have added things in. I thought, great. My Pokemon was there for 23 days.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
I put a good one in there, thinking it was going to get knocked out in a couple of days' time. No, 23 days it was in there, and I was like,
yeah, no, because I got one of those ones where I'm like, I hadn't been on for probably about 4 or 5 days, and I know for a fact I hadn't put any Pokemon in, and then all of a sudden it popped up and said, "Here's 50 coins." I was like, "What for?" And yeah, it was one that it was one I put near the train station or something in the stadium. Oh, they've re-added me. Fingers crossed.
There you go. Fingers crossed. But say this is now Dez is now not partaking in the podcast. He's busy. If it's Kyogre, I warn you now.
There's 9 of us.
9 of you. Which one is it? Is it Kyogre?
What's the blue whale?
The big blue whale.
Yeah, what's the big blue whale?
Yeah, Kyogre. That's Kyogre. Yeah, that's the big blue whale. Yeah, I'll warn you now. If it's got Blizzard, prepare to come back to this screen multiple times. Because the Blizzard one-shots so many Pokemon.
Oh, really?
Oh, I am not even kidding.
Well,
I mean,
I keep getting laughed at because I bounce around. Like, I actually move away from, like, the attacks. And people are always like, what are you doing? I'm like,
oh no,
I don't want to get hit.
you can try. Honest to God, the amount of times that I've done Kyogre, I've done what? I must have done
There's 10 of us now.
Yeah, I must have done about 8 Kyogre raids over this entire weekend, and I hate Kyogre. It is, especially the Blizzard one. It is horrible. Yeah. It is horrible
I got
to fight.
10, baby.
Oh, go on.
So yeah, so I'm just logging out. So I've got 20 seconds to wait.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping not everybody drops out. But yeah, there's 10 of us here at the moment.
Oh, 10 of you, you'll be fine.
People.
You'll be able to do it at 10. Yeah, 10's not a problem.
Can you? I don't think I can invite people, can I?
No, you can't. No, you can only invite if you are physically at the location.
Oh.
Sort of thing.
Okay, come on, 10 of us. Let's do this. So this is live, guys. This is a live Derek being a twat and doing it.
This is live where Dez goes, it's killing all my stuff in one go.
Yeah, it is.
Oh
my God, it kicks like a fucking
Yeah, I know. I know it does kick. It is awful.
Oh, yes, I've dodged the hyperdrive thingy that he had on me. Man, luckily I friggin' boosted this Gengar, dude. Oh my God, he just minced that.
Yeah.
Yes, I've just used my discharge, which always sounds disgusting. Oh my God, he eats Pokemon.
Yeah,
every attack.
Yeah, I know. I warned you. I told you it was bad. It's really bad.
Oh, luckily I'm dodging a little bit because yeah, he just. Oh my God, that was. It was not very affected, and he literally almost king hit that dude. Jesus Christ, guys! Oh, we got him halfway. Come on. Oh my! How did he? The dude just came out. Leave him alone. My dude literally just came out, and you already minced him before he could even get out. Come on, you bastard!
No, yeah, I'm not even joking about how funny.
Come on, Muse. Come on, Muse, you little bastard. Let's go, Muse. Well, okay, Muse sucked. He did one big hit, and then the guy just ate him.
Muse.
Come on, Muse, you bastard. Yeah, no, Muse just got eaten. That was pointless. He was about as pointless as a fart in a bottle. What is it called?
I don't know, because you've obviously named it.
Mewtwo. Mewtwo. No, like Mewtwo.
Is it Mewtwo? Is your Muse?
Yeah. Come on. Oh, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. But I think I'm down to my last Pokemon. Oh, yep. I'm down to my last Pokemon. Come on, you fucking big stupid whale bastard. Take my shit. Oh, no. He died. Oh, my God. He killed all of them. You failed. Okay. Can I bring more in?
Yeah. You can just go back to the main screen and rejoin battle.
Oh.
Yeah.
It says I won.
There you go. Well done. Congratulations. Obviously, you're being carried by the team.
Well, I did a fair bit of damage because I was actually dodging most of them. There was only me and one other person in. Oh, yes. Dun, 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 dun. What did I get? No, there's no carried, so that's a good sign. Now I've got to catch this little bastard.
Oh, is it pink? Because the pinks are shiny.
Oh, is it? No, I don't even know yet. I'm just going into it. Oh!
You chubby son of a bitch!
Okay, come on, orange little balls. Let's do this.
Yeah, golden raspberries and yeah, pray and hope.
Oh, first ball. Come on. It's not gonna. First ball. First ball, people.
Oh, you fucking chubby ass.
We are the champions.
You
my
are
friend.
Ridiculous. It is
just so everyone's proof. Look, so it's a new one. It's orange.
No, it's not. It's pink.
Pink. Sorry, that's what I meant. Champion. Oh man, where's that young guy? Can I make out with him? I don't even care if it's a guy, girl, anything in between. I'm making out with that boy.
Oh my God, I hate you so much.
Now I just need the red one. First, you know what the worst thing was? I used a gold berry, and it wasn't even a nice throw. It wasn't a great throw. It wasn't excellent. I literally threw it, and as I threw it, he moved, so it just caught the end.
I'm not angry.
That was live, party people. Because when you said, because when you go, it's pink, is it shiny? And you literally said that, and you jinxed it. So I went, I don't know, and I hit the button. I was like, no, it is pink. thinking, aren't they all pink? And then yes. Jordan's like, you know those things I was gonna swap for you?
I'm just woo-sighing right now. I just need a minute.
So that's what I'm calling that's my little Jordan, as I'm calling him.
Please tell me it's terrible stats. Come on. It's like 2-star, no defense. It's god-awful. Oh, I hate you so much.
It's a 3-star. So for anybody that couldn't see, it was a 3-star, and I caught it in South Korea. Thank you, party people. That guy has been adding me that guy Young has added me to like every single one that he's done, but because I couldn't see it, I'm like, I don't want to join and have like 3. And I 100%, not going to lie, I got carried. And I'm okay with that now.
You know what? I think this is now a good point to end the podcast for today.
What, just because you're going to go and start screaming and abusing me? Yeah, views too. Go mute. Go mute.
I really am tempted to hurt you so badly. Right.
I'm sorry.
We're going to end the podcast there, ladies and gentlemen. You can find us available on
a live catch of my little Jordan, as I'm calling him.
You can find us available on all good podcast apps, as well as our live vidcast, as well as seeing our vidcast on our YouTube channel. You can also find us available via our social medias on TikTok and on Twitter at Dorks Down Under. I want to say a big thank you to all our recent subscribers and followers and listeners. If you do have any comments, or if you do want to be a guest on the show, please reach out via our socials.
Yeah, let's have a guest.
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
We need a guest. In fact, I'm half tempted to get your girlfriend. See if I can get your girlfriend on.
Oh mate, he's half thingo to stop this podcast with me and get somebody else after that. You must admit that was pretty funny, and it's live, man. So it's you know it happened. But yeah, first ball that I threw, because I used the gold berry, and then as soon as it moved, I was like, balls. I'm not going to get this one, thinking that there's no chance. And then I was like, so I just wasted a gold berry when I can't throw for shit, and then it did it. And
honestly, Des, the worst bit is that I can't even count how many golden berries I've wasted this weekend.
Oh, really?
I've wasted... Mainly on Kyogres, because Kyogre, as I said, has been a catch.
Is that the one that I just got? Is that Kyogre?
Yes, that's Kyogre. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to call him Free Willy.
Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day. Much love.
Screw you.
Much love for New Zealand. Bye-bye. Stay safe.
Layers.